And I have Miss Jocelynn Smith, and we're going to talk to them about some political issues, and man, we're going to get some fire started. So I want y'all to stick and stay, don't go away. The number is 614-636-5601. I want you to go to YouTube and punch in Underground Columbus, look for live stream, and I want you to click on it. And I want you to call in, but I want you to watch the video while you're calling in. And no profanity, please. And my whole thing is support the African Americans. Darius Howard, thank you for joining. Support everybody that can possibly do something for you. I'm good, and yourself? All right, Mr. Murphy, Ernest Murphy, William Dixon, how y'all doing this morning? So after this song, we're gonna go live from my show, the DJ Frost Show, and then we're gonna get into the stories or whatnot. I'm gonna let who wants to talk first? Okay, heads or tails?
I'll go first.
Okay, so this is Miss Jocelynn Smith. I want you to give your name, tell them what you're about, what you're doing. These are people.
Oh. Hello.
There you go.
Hi, how are you? Can't hear him.
You ain't gonna hear them.
Oh, okay. I'm Jocelynn, and I am going to be potentially running for a state representative, either in the 73rd or 74th district, which is a Dayton area.
Okay. Keep talking.
Okay, well, basically a little bit about me. I am a registered nurse, and I am finishing up my master's in June, and after June, I'm not sure if I want to go for my PhD or pursue a law degree. But there are definitely some things that need to be changed, and I would really like to get in office to make some of those changes. Because in the end, politicians work for us, and a lot of them are cocky and arrogant, and they need to humble themselves. So that's what I'm all about. I'm going to pass it on to James.
And there's people down there. My whole thing is kind of like recognize them, say some of their names.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay, that's my fault.
You didn't tell me.
That's my fault. Recognize them so, they just don't cut off, oh, you ain't gonna,
Okay, I didn't know.
Okay, I'm James Kronenberg, the founder of Fair Treatment Reform and Reentry. I'm here with Jocelynn Smith. I'm urging her to run for state rep in her district or the 74th. She is very capable of it, and she'll be a candidate for all people. Thank you, Sherry, for listening, and for everybody else. And now I'm going to turn this back to DJ Frost. There you go.
Okay. All right. So, all right, Miss Sherry Baker, I appreciate you for joining in too. But okay, so we about to go live. All right. Good morning. It's your boy DJ Frost live in the building on the DJ Frost Show on this Toss It Up Tuesday. And we're here today on your station, the best station for new and unsigned independent artists. We're here with Mr. James D. Kronenberger. Mr. Kronenberger, say good morning.
Good morning.
And tell me, what are you over and what do you do?
I started a group called Fair Treatment Reform and Reentry, and we've been working diligently to help change the Ohio Parole Board so people would have a fair chance for parole, and then upon the release, point them in the right direction for housing and resources so they could have a successful transition.
Okay. So we're gonna try. We might talk about that. But our main guest is Miss Jocelynn Smith.
Jocelynn.
Hi.
My fault, Miss Jocelynn Smith. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to the people out there. I'm Jocelynn Smith.
Keep talking.
And I am going to potentially be running for a state representative, either 73rd or 74th district, which is the Dayton area.
Okay. So, why are you running?
Well, I want to run because with my experience of meeting different politicians, a lot of them tend to be kind of stuck on themselves, cocky, arrogant, and at the end of the day, they work for us. And a lot of them need to humble themselves.
Okay.
And there's this changes that I want to make if I ever got, when in office.
Well, tell us about some of the changes you want to make.
Well, for one, I definitely think there needs to be longer training for law enforcement officers.
I agree.
If you go to school full time, you can become a cop in 4 months.
Wow.
6 months part time. And as a registered nurse, I have to go to training a lot longer.
Right.
I mean, even if you're not a registered nurse and you become a licensed practical nurse, that training is at least 1 year.
Okay.
So you have a year minimum training to become a nurse.
Right.
But yet you can carry a gun in 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I agree with you on that. That's crazy because some of this is not stuff that's in a book. Some of it's just plain common sense. It's too many people that's being killed. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to go far as to say this. This is not governed by Ohio Media School. It's not governed by the Underground. It's not governed by Mrs. Smith or Mr. Kronenberg. But I'm just saying this. I'm going to tell it like it is and not like it was. It's too many cases where it's always an African American getting gunned down. Now, I'm not saying everybody should get shot, but okay, you don't see on the news white people getting gunned down. And I'm not saying that to be racist or nothing, but I'm going to tell it like it is. Every time you look on the news, it's always a black person getting gunned down. Whether it's black on black crime or what. I'm just saying, I'm going to talk about far as the police is concerned. You fit the profile. So what is a profile? Walking while black? Or, driving while black? I wasn't speeding or nothing, and you get right behind me, you want to run my plates, this, that, and the third. I don't have nothing, but you still want to track me down. You still want to follow me, see where I'm going. I don't get that. A person running away from you, and he's not turned towards you, and he don't have a gun in his hand, why would you shoot him? You got two forms of protection. You got a gun on one side, and you got a taser on the other side. So why have the taser if you're just going to pop somebody with a gun? And it's not like, okay, he was running. Okay, if he was running, and I notice from the waist down, that's felonious assault. From the waist up, it's attempted murder. So, if you're going to shoot somebody, if a police officer is going to try to apprehend a suspect, then why don't you shoot him in the leg? He can't go far but you shooting him in the leg. I mean, if you think before you do. Now, also, African Americans, don't put yourself in harm's way where you got to run. You doing something illegal, you shouldn't be doing nothing illegal. Or if you just go in the store and you got a pocket full of weed or crack or whatever you got in your pocket, why are you going to the store? Send somebody else to the store. I mean, it's just common sense. You're doing a whole bunch of stuff that's get you caught up. So, this is not my show.
Well, the thing of it is with, law enforcement, I know you said, why, not shoot them in the leg. Problem is they're trained to shoot from the waist to the head. So when you go to target practice, because I used to be a deputy sheriff, I went through the police academy.
Oh, no, I don't want to try.
We are trained to shoot from the waist up. I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's how you are trained when you do go through the academy, when you go through the shooting class. So when you go through the targets, they're from the waist up. There's no legs, there's no arms.
Right.
It's head, chest, all the vital organs.
Okay, but, this is killing people.
Right.
And they don't get the chance to tell their story.
Right.
Whether, they was in the wrong or they was in the right or whatever the case may be. So my thing is, think. Officers think. Highway patrol, whoever you are, think. I know it's a case where I think it was a law enforcement just got shot or killed just like yesterday or something like that. I'm not condoning what happens. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I ain't seen too many cases where they showed on the news a person running, don't have a knife or a gun, they just running. Now, if a person running from you and he got a knife, how much harm is he doing to you? I mean, I don't understand that.
Right.
A person running from you, they can't shoot you. And if they do shoot you, they can't shoot to hurt you because they running at a they're unbalanced. So, I mean, you got body cameras on. How much do you know about those body cameras?
I don't know much about them. I'm no longer. I've been out of law enforcement for a while, but I think police officers do need to wear body cameras. One, to protect themselves, and to protect the person they're pulling over. At the end of the day, a lot of cops are like gun ho, and they were. The police officers that I've been around, they just want to fight. They're looking for it. They would just say, "Oh, I want to make so-and-so mad so I can spray him, or I can," so they're looking for the fight. I mean, I'm not saying all police officers, but the ones that I've been, the ones I've been around.
Right.
And I know the media doesn't show much of white people getting shot or things like that.
Don't.
But when I worked, the cops were just doing it just as much to the white people as they were to the black people. You just don't see it, but
Right.
at the end of the day, they just want to throw their power around, and that's point blank. They just want to throw their power around.
But now, don't on the patrol cars, it says protect and serve.
Right.
So I mean, my whole thing is, what are you? Who are you protecting? You protecting yourself and you serving the public, as in serving them this hot lead, or are you actually trying to protect the public and serve the public?
I think a lot of them are trying to serve themselves. I mean, it's a power. I mean, you don't understand. When you have that badge and that gun, you have power. I mean, you have power. And, especially if there's more than one cop, if it's 2 or 3 of you, you really, feel, powerful.
I stay on Cleveland Avenue in Oakland Park. And this is all the time. They might pull a person over for a traffic stop. By the time you could turn your head and turn back around, it's 3 other cars behind that one police car.
Mm-hmm.
What is that for? I don't get it. You trying to say that this cop is incapable of doing his job?
They possibly may have ran a warrant and had a felony. A lot of times.
So you need all this backup.
I don't know. Like I said, usually when there's multiple cars like that, they usually ran the warrant and it's like a type of felony warrant that came up.
Okay.
Usually.
All right.
Not always, but that's how it usually.
So getting back on the topic, tell us more about yourself.
Well, like I said, I'm a registered nurse, finishing up my master's.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I do want to get into politics, to get involved, mainly because I've met, like I said, a lot of these politicians. A lot of them are self-serving. And at the end of the day, they're supposed to work for us.
Exactly.
And we got away from that many, many years ago, where a lot of them are self-serving.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I actually want to get in there and make changes. And I know the people, well, once you get in there, I'm not like that. You
gotta make us believe that.
I know. I have to get in office.
Okay. Well, I mean, a person now help me understand this. Even though I'm not in the Dayton area,
Right.
Can I still vote for you?
No.
So it's only people in your area.
Right. It's only people in my area.
Okay.
And only Republicans in the primary.
Only Republicans in the primary.
So help for the people that don't understand. Give me the clean version of the difference between a Republican and a Democrat.
Well, the Republican people you got different types. You're conservative and you're moderate. I'm more so a moderate. But, pro-life, we are for the Second Amendment, which is, carry guns. And...
Now, hold on. Let's speak on that, because the House passed a bill where people can carry guns wherever they want. But it's up to the owner of the establishment whether or not they want to let you in with the gun.
Right.
Do you think that's a double standard in some cases? Is that like disrespecting your Second Amendment right?
It just depends. I mean, not really. I mean, you know that person and you know what they're about. I mean, in the day, you just want to be safe. And if you don't feel comfortable and if your gut is telling you something, then I believe as an owner, you have the right to turn away that person, not because of the color of the skin or the religion, because of that gun. I don't carry my gun everywhere I go. It's just
You
common
licensed
sense.
to carry it though?
Yes.
Yeah, she couldn't carry it today just because I'm a felon. So.
Wow. Okay. So would you go as far as, now to me, bars, clubs, daycare centers, what else?
There's no need for them there, especially at a
Exactly.
especially at a daycare center. There's
Exactly.
no need for that.
So, would it be automatic that they leave that gun in the car?
I would rather have them leaving the gun versus carrying it in a daycare center because you
Right.
just don't know. You know, little kids can go